So I watched a play the other day. Oh, wait. I think it better be fair to warn you. This is going to be a boring review. So if you don't like those, turn away now. And if you haven't turned away, I'd like to tell you this. This is a boring review. This is a boring review. Turn away now if you don't want to get bored by my boring review. I'm not what you call a great lover of Shakespeare. I mean, I respect the man. I can see he put a lot of effort into his work. But good God, does he like to waffle. And waffle he does, using a language which needs a cryptologist to decipher it. Now, I don't know about you, but when I go to the theatre to see a show, I don't want to spend half my time trying to figure out what the other guy said, you know? Now, this could just be a sign of how our language has evolved over time, but I seriously doubt that language evolution can take all the blame for this. Anyway, Days of Significance. Days of Significance is a new play written by the Royal Shakespeare Company based on Spears' Much Ado About Nothing and the Iraq War. Topical. Now, having next to no knowledge about Much Ado, I can't really compare the two plays, so I'm just going to judge this on its own merits. Good God, it was dull! Actually, that's a bit harsh. I mean, some parts did entertain me, and at one point it even drew me in, but the rest was kind of dull. So-so. Run-of-the-mill. Bog standard. The play opens up with two blokes fighting. A good way to open a play, says I, until I started watching it. It felt fake. I didn't see two guys duking it out with one another. I saw two actors stage fighting. And that sums up the entire performance. There were no characters. There were just actors acting. Just delivering lines to one another. Lines mainly comprising of swearing and, of course, cock gags. Oh yeah. Speaking of cock, you get to see one. Oh yes! Not a few minutes into the performance, one actor gets his cock out for the ladies and starts waggling it about like a twirling baton. That is one of the highlights of the piece. Well, that and observing people barf chunky globules of vomit onto one another, and observing one man urinating into the other's trousers. I did not care for the piece, I did not care for the script, and I particularly did not care for the performers. However, there are some redeeming qualities. For one, there was the ending. Just so you know, I'm not saying that the fact this piece actually had an ending was the redeeming quality. I was bloody well glad when it finally did end. You know, these Spear fans really love to waffle on. I'm saying that the ending was actually an emotionally grabbing scene. For the first time in the entire show, I saw characters. I actually cared for the people I saw on stage. And I wondered why the rest of the play could not be like this. I mean, on paper, it doesn't even sound that amazing. A stepdad tells a girl how much they mean to each other. The use of special effects to show the transition of time was also quite interesting. Just after we see a guy's night out, just before they shift off to war, we see a projection being shown of one of those lads' video diary after they've been sent into Iraq. It's shown this giant Coca-Cola sign which used to be on the street where they're having the night out. Afterwards, we see all these neon flashing lights of the signs of the nightclubs. They're going off, they're burning out. The giant Coca-Cola sign falls off its hinges. And just shows how long these people have gone. That shows you when they come back. It's a real different looking scene. It's quite good looking. It's just unfortunate that it didn't stop it boring the sonnet writing up and inflecting iambic bloody pentameter out of me. I wouldn't recommend this show. There's so much better things you could do with your time. I mean, for example, you could subscribe to my channel. I mean, it's free. Hey, favourite this video, give it 5 stars, I'd really appreciate it. Or maybe if you would like, write a little comment down the bottom telling me how much of an attention whore I am. I love them.